farmers. As part of the timely market intervention to curb the rising prices of vegetables in the state, vegetables bought directly from farmers were distributed across the state at half the market price through government-supported outlets. Paddy cultivation was undertaken in a total area of 77,375 hectares under the Rice Development Program. Bharatiya Prakritik Kirshi Paddhati was implemented in 51,933 hectares. 66.37 lakh fruit plants have been distributed under the 1 crore fruit plants program. As a part of the submission on agricultural mechanization, machineries like tractors, tillers, harvesters, threshers, processing, and value addition machineries were provided to farmers and groups and for custom hiring centers by expending 125.69 crore rupees. Attapadi Millet Village project was successful in its 5th year also. The Athirapalli Tribal Valley Agricultural Project has been launched under RKI to focus on food security, livelihood, and conservation of traditional agricultural products in the region. The main programs proposed for the year 2022-23 by my government are: initiation to reduce carbon footprint through grassroots level campaigns. 50 farmers producers organizations been registered so far under the Department of Agriculture and VFPCK. More such FPOs will be formed soon. Krishi Shri groups will be organized at Krishi Bhavan level to provide timely support to agricultural operations and to take up cultivation in at least 2 hectares of land per year. My government plans to bring about a paradigm shift from crop-based assistance to a farm-based one by developing a farmland-based multi-cropping system as a basic block for agricultural development. The Sustainable Mandalam program aims at development of Tharishurita Mandalam at Assembly constituency level through establishment of integrated nutrition gardens. It is proposed to provide high-tech organic supermarkets as a means of marketing the organic produce in the state. Online market platform or e-trading platforms are proposed to achieve integration of distant agri-markets, systematic supply chain logistics, and process designs that boost trading. Government will take up Agri-Credit Course program with an objective of developing interest among school students in agricultural activities. My government will also establish Krishi Shri groups of youth, women, and NRIs. The Krishi Bhavans will be given a makeover as Smart Krishi Bhavans. A new system of crop insurance scheme through which farmers will enjoy existing benefit of low premium but will get professional insurance coverage from lead players in the field is planned. Animal husbandry and dairy development. In spite of adversities like flood calamity and COVID pandemic, dairy sector in Kerala could maintain a higher growth rate of 4% milk production during the last 5 years. My government aims to revitalize the dairy sector of Kerala in 22-23 so as to ensure that the state achieves self-sufficiency in milk production. It is also planned to increase milk procurement through dairy cooperatives to 23 lakhs liters per day. Schemes to breed elite cows in the state with superior germplasm in order to hasten the genetic improvement in population will be initiated. In tune with the government's policy of providing doorstep veterinary service to farmers, mobile televeterinary units with advanced diagnostic and treatment facilities were established at Ernakulam and Kannur districts and are being established in the remaining districts. The state has been able to vaccinate 80% of the cattle and buffalo population against the foot and mouth disease. Herd quarantine cum trading centers will be established under dairy cooperatives to keep the animals under quarantine while on transit from neighboring states to avoid spreading of disease. Alakudam Integrated Dairy Development Program will be implemented in selected 10 panchayats during the year 2022-23 with a special herd induction program, dairy farm mechanization, cum automation programs with the aim of making panchayats self-sufficient in milk production. In 2022, a special program will be launched for promoting women farmers in key animal husbandry activities. Entrepreneurship development programs will be implemented by strengthening the extension services of Animal Husbandry Department. Kerala Veterinary and Animal Sciences University shall establish a referral and diagnostic lab for supporting livestock farming and diagnostic zoonotic diseases consisting of 30 labs of BSL-3 facilities. It is also proposed to establish a state-of-the-art center for monitoring xenobiotic residues and advanced animal health care, a knowledge park for capacity building and business promotion in dairy processing, and a duck research facility at Kuttanad. Dairy training centers at Tiruvananthapuram, Ochira, Kottayam, Palakkad, Kozhikode, and Kasaragod will be upgraded to dairy entrepreneurship development centers with incubation centers to promote entrepreneurship in dairy sector. This is about Fisheries Department. The United Nations General Assembly has declared 2022 as International Year of Artisanal Fisheries and Aquaculture Holistic Development of the sector is a matter of emphasis for the government. Providing high-quality fish products at affordable price and generating employment is an area of focus for my government. Model fish vending units and hygienic transportation support will be ensured for the empowerment of fisherwomen. Also, government's flagship program, Punargeham, will focus on providing safe dwelling to fishers who are residing within 50 meters of high tide line. My government is committed to promote fish farming in all suitable water bodies in the state with an objective of doubling the aquaculture production from 34,000 tons to 70,000 tons within 5 years. Cooperative governance will be strengthened through the comprehensive legal reforms and regulation of audit and inspection of the cooperative sector. A monitoring system, cooperative audit monitoring and information, was introduced for reviewing the updation of audit and financial condition of cooperative societies. New generation banking facilities will be made available to the members of Kerala Bank through the implementation of common accounting software. The Mutate Mulla microfinance scheme has been implemented through Kutumshri units all over the state to protect the people from private money lenders. 1536.96 crore rupees have been disbursed through 407,796 Kutumshri units. Sneha Thiram, a micro-loan scheme, will be implemented for fishermen, workers and small traders in the coastal region. As part of attracting young entrepreneurs and service providers to cooperative sector, 30 youth cooperative societies have been registered and have been functioning under the Department of Cooperation. Yuva cooperative societies for promoting SC/ST youth will be registered in all districts. Industries. My government has been taking up many initiatives to energize and stimulate the business environment in the state. Legislative, procedural, and digital reforms were introduced with the aim of bringing in ease of doing business to the industry. The Statutory Grievance Redressal Committee is a novel initiative wherein all complaints, grievances of existing entrepreneurs will be addressed in a time-bound manner. This committee has the power of a civil court. Centralized inspection system ensures that necessary and repeated inspections are avoided. Automatic approvals for MSMEs highlights the change in the government's approach from investigation or inquiries to issuance of approvals on self-declarations. Around 11,878 MSME acknowledged certificates, that is instant approvals, for starting MSMEs have been issued in the state. Online system of industrial land allotment is available now. The state has made considerable progress in implementing business reforms under the Ease of Doing Business program. Ranking made by Niti Aayog on Innovation Index has placed Kerala at 10th place, and the National Council for Applied Economic Research placed Kerala on 6th position under the Investment Potential Index. The department has implemented the policy of strengthening public sector undertakings. The department has taken over 2 central PSUs, Hindustan Newsprint Limited in Kottayam and BHEL in Kasaragod. The Instrumentation Limited will also be taken over in the current financial year. Master plans were prepared for modernization, diversification, and expansion of PSUs. My government proposes to develop an online platform for linking the manufacturers, consumers, and logistic companies for creating e-market. Through this, even a small household, nano enterprise will find market for its products. The government will provide managerial and entrepreneurship training for the starters as well as the established entrepreneurs to scale up their business. Following initiatives will be the focus of my government in this fiscal year. The Private Industrial Park scheme will be launched this year, making it possible for private individuals to establish an industrial park. Government will extend assistance towards infrastructure development in the park. A new program giving impetus to ESG is being promoted in the state to bring in responsible investment and responsible industries, thereby making Kerala the ESG destination of India. The strategic areas for attracting investment are electronic manufacturing, life sciences, including pharma, petrochemical industries, aviation, food processing, e-mobility, and defense sectors. The department is also focused on developing Kochi-Palakkad Industrial Corridor for developing integrated manufacturing center for attracting large-scale investments. Mega Food Processing Park in Cherthala, Kerala, Paper Products Limited and Kerala Rubber Limited will start functioning during 2022. It is proposed to establish logistic parks with multi-modal transport heads for rail, road, and airway traffic. KSWIFT version 3, which will incorporate more services of the existing departments and agencies and by onboarding more departments agencies. Fast-track development of 481 acres of Kinfira Petrochemical Park in Ambala Mughal and Gift City in Kochi will be undertaken. A spices park is proposed to be developed in Tolupura. My government is initiating a unique program for establishment of more than 100,000 enterprises in the state during the financial year 2022-23. The innovative technologies developed by the R&D institutions will be made available to the existing and new entrepreneurs through the technology clinics. Meet the Minister program was conducted to bring in confidence among the investor community and to understand the issues faced by the entrepreneurs. Meet the Investor program was launched for direct interaction with the prospective investors with investment plans above 100 crore rupees. Investment offers for 7,000 crore rupees has been received through this initiative. My government has taken several steps to introduce innovative programs for diversification and value addition in the traditional industry sector. An e-commerce portal will be launched for marketing of the products, and professional designers will be engaged for introduction of contemporary designs and branding. Kerala Kethari brand has been introduced for the handloom sector for ensuring specific standards in production and for the popularization of hand-woven products. Block-level handloom clusters will be developed to increase the infrastructure and income of the weavers. Kerala has already transformed as the total solution provider of coir geotextiles for engineering and agricultural applications and shall expand the market of coir geotextiles across the country. Manufacturing plants for newer products like binderless coir boards, needle felts, composite boards of acoustic panels will be operational during 22-23. My government is making efforts to uplift the cashew industry sector in the state. Master plans will be prepared for the cashew sector for modernization, infrastructural upgradation, and diversification. Steps will be taken for brand building, maximize sales in domestic and international markets, to scale up procurement operations to meet the requirements of industry and promote cashew cultivation. The Department of Mining and Geology proposes to make available all mineral concessions details in public domain and to provide all services online. Advanced technologies will be used in monitoring of mineral extraction and mineral transportation. Steps will be taken to repeal those acts which are irrelevant in the present scenario. Legal awareness programs will be conducted to spread the availability of free legal aid to eligible citizens. Labor and Skills Department. My government is committed to safeguard the interest of labor, including interstate labor. As of December 21, 30 lakh and 176 members were registered in the e-Shram portal developed by the Ministry of Labour and Employment for the National Database of Unorganized Workers and Labourers. During the second phase of COVID-19, government allotted 213.32 crore rupees to registered members of various welfare fund boards, plantation labor and closed plantation labor. 5 lakh Interstate migrant workers have been, more than 5, have been registered as on date in the health insurance scheme for ISM workers, AWAS. Government have defined certain standards for residence for migrant workers. Kerala Atithi application and guest workers friendly residence in Kerala is a digital application for collecting the details and providing health care and other facilities for the migrant workers in Kerala. Different schemes were introduced for the welfare of unorganized sector workers. An amount of 58 crores has been provided for maternity allowances to workers in the unorganized sector. In the studio apartment project, the aim is for providing good quality, decent and safe accommodation in the form of a studio apartment for single and married working women in Kerala. Samanvaya is the training initiated by the Department of National Employment Services in 2021 financial year with the objective of comprehensive promotion of SC/ST candidates. The Samanvaya scheme also envisages for providing employment-oriented training to youth belonging to tribal communities and residing in remote areas. Grading system for shops and commercial establishments. Todil Shrestha Award for evaluating establishments and personal accident death assurance scheme for employees in unorganized sector will be implemented. A virtual employment exchange online portal for NRI NRK is proposed to be started in financial year 22-23. Information technology. State data center capacity will be upgraded to address the demand for increased digitization of governance. Hybrid cloud and containerization technologies will be implemented at the earliest in SDCs. The Kerala University of Digital Sciences and Technology is planning to set up a hybrid data center in the campus, which is a dedicated cloud data center. The Rao Sugma portal has been implemented successfully in the state in order to ensure a smooth online submission of applications for road cutting and utility shifting. Kerala IT parks, techno parks, info parks, and cyber parks are generating over 1.1 lakhs direct employment through 950 plus companies. Building of additional space to the tune of 7.68 lakh square feet is being tied up for realization in the coming year. The construction of the first phase of Tcs Aerospace Hub Project at Technocity, Thiruvananthapuram, is to commence in the first quarter of 2022 and will get completed by mid-2024. KSITIL, in consultation with KSITM, proposes to implement predictive governance in Kerala by creating a state family database and a blockchain backbone that will enable citizens to receive their statutory documents in their digital vault without them ever having to apply for these documents or ever having to visit a government office. This will take e-governance in Kerala to the next level. The digital university will host state-of-the-art facilities for sensor manufacturing, intelligent sensor system hardware, and artificial intelligence software development, and comprehensive compliance testing to provide business and mentorship support to startup companies. Digital University plans to set up a center of excellence in the area of artificial intelligence to establish national, international collaborations in industry and academia for building capacity in responsible artificial intelligence technologies, applications, and policy frameworks. Phase 1 of the K-Phone project, which was approved for an estimated cost of 1548.08 crore, is ready for rollout. Tourism. The adverse impact of COVID-19 pandemic resulted in the highest negative growth ever recorded in the history of Kerala. Tourism. Tourism needs to bounce back strongly with innovative strategies. As a result of the joint effort of Tourism Department and the stakeholders of the industry, the domestic tourism sector showed signs of fast recovery from April 2021 itself, resulting in an altogether growth of about 14% during the first 19 months of 2021 in the domestic tourism sector when compared to 2020. The Project Destination Challenge has been approved by my government for developing local areas with potential as tourism destinations in collaboration with local self-governments. Responsible tourism will be given support for its new initiatives. To support the employees and employers of tourism industry, my government has sanctioned a revolving fund. The Chief Minister's COVID Relief Supporting Scheme for tourism entrepreneurs will also be continued during 22-23. Carva tourism, which includes modified vehicles as well as parks for safe camping of tourists to enjoy a specific destination, will be implemented shortly. Backward Classes Development Department. Important programs proposed include subsidy for loans through Awakening, rehabilitation support of street vendors and retailers, Ayya Vekunda Traditional Employment Innovation Center, and the Renaissance Scholarship for Girls. The Navodana Scholarship Scheme can be implemented for OBC girls who are studying in medical and allied courses who have lost a parent or both and the annual family income does not exceed 2.5 lakh rupees. Mr. Speaker, if you permit now, can I go to the last part of the address? My government aims, this is land revenue, my government aims to complete the digital resurvey project in 4 years with the aim of providing a clear and authentic record of right for all landowners, for which an amount of 339.4838 crores has been set apart in the first phase under the Rebuild Kerala initiative. My government intends to issue pattayams to all the deserving landless people in the state. The unique Thandapar system will be implemented in the state of Kerala, which will provide a unique identification number for all the landholders holding lands in different parts of the state under multiple survey numbers and Thandapar numbers. My government shall address all the pending land issues on mission mode. My government will continue to work and take a new leap to transform the ambience of offices like village offices, taluk offices, and civil stations to promote a new work culture of transparency, efficiency, and citizen friendliness. These steps will be taken to strictly enforce the Kerala Conservation of Paddy Land and Wetland Act 2008 to protect the paddy fields in the state. The government will take strong legal action against the encroachers by intensifying measures to reclaim illegally held government land. It is intended to develop the Institute of Land and Disaster Management as a center for excellence, for which a new endeavor called Revenue Information Bureau will be launched. District survey reports will be prepared for 10 districts in the state for the first time to ensure sustainable removal of sand resources from rivers without harming the environment. Sports and youth. My government will ensure new sports culture by implementing multi-purpose district sports complexes, encourage cycling, strengthening play for health scheme, establishing residential sports schools. Sports Kerala Elite Residential Football Academies were inaugurated at G.V. Raja Sports School, Thiruvananthapuram, and Kannur Sports School for girls. A free legal guidance system to the youth with a toll-free number is intended to be implemented. Awareness campaigns against dowry, drug use, and such social evils at district level are also being planned. Vigilance and Anti-Corruption Bureau has initiated several innovative measures in support of government policy of zero tolerance to corruption. During 2021, the Vigilance and Anti-Corruption Bureau has completed the digitization of administration, opened new office buildings at Idiki, Palakkad, and Kannur districts, and established the cyber cell at the Vigilance headquarters. The federal polity requires the union and state governments to work together harmoniously to do justice to the people. In these difficult times, it behoves us to imbibe the principles of cooperative federalism and find areas of synergy and resolution. No state deserves to survive which does not put the well-being of all its citizens first. In order to do so, the state has to be consciously inclusive, particularly of people who are not in the mainstream, marginalized communities, minorities, genders, people with special needs and disabilities. These are lessons that COVID teaches us. It teaches us that the well-being of one person is the well-being of us all. It teaches us that to survive uncertain and volatile times, we need to work together. We need to work for everyone. The global scenario has also been impacted by this disruptive experience. Challenging times bring out the best in us by way of innovation and the spirit to persevere and overcome. The future is one of responsive, inclusive governance, and the state of Kerala that has developed many a model towards this end will continue to be a trailblazer and inspiration to the country and the world. The Nav Keralam Karma Paddhati takes inspiration from these ideals and will have a significant impact in taking the achievements of the state in education, health, sanitation, and natural resource management to new heights. In conclusion, I would once again like to highlight the focus of my government in reviving the economy of the state through enhanced employment opportunities and improved production, in bringing in citizen-centric and efficiency-driven digital governance, in taking strong strides towards a knowledge economy, particularly in cutting-edge disciplines, and in continuing to persevere to meet the sustainable development goals for a vibrant and resilient Kerala. धन्यवाद. जय हिंद.